Kombucha is a drink that is very healthy for you. In fact, we used to buy it from the store from a manufacturer that claimed that he had healed his mother from cancer using kombucha as sort of medicinal agent. It is fermented tea that then takes on medicinal properties. It's very fizzy and my kids love it. And so we're going to show you how to make it today. It's basically you make sweet tea and then you add what's called a SCOBY, a symbiotic colony of bacteria and yeast. They work together and they consume all of the sugar in the tea. Well, not all of it, but a lot of the sugar is then converted to amino acids and vitamins and minerals. And part of the output is carbon dioxide, which we know as the fizz. It's better to make your kombucha at home than buy it at the store because now they don't ferment it anymore. They just add carbonation, which is not good for your gut flora. So we're going to show you how to make your own with this video. In the pot over here, I've got about 3 gallons of water, and I have put 3 cups of sugar inside that, plus half a cup of green tea and half a cup of black tea because I like both. And so I've got that going. I boiled it until the tea was released and now it's cooled off. And then I'm going to show you how we put that into the container that has the SCOBY in it where the fermentation begins to take place. Next up, we're going to pour our tea that has been cooled off that we made with the 3 cups of sugar and a cup of tea. And we're going to put it into the container that has our SCOBY and strain out the tea leaves. Then I like to use one of these little strainer bags. I'll put a link to that in the description, and I like to put it on top because this needs to breathe on top. You don't want, it comes with a glass lid that seals and you don't want to use that. You want it to breathe. So fruit flies love your fermenting kombucha. So I put one of these strainer bags on there and cinch that down. It keeps the flies out and allows the air to come in so it can breathe. And then I put a towel around it because it needs to be in a dark place. I don't have a real good dark place for something this big. So I wrap a towel around it to make it dark. And then I put it in a corner on my, in a little cubby in my used to be a bread box, now it's just an all-purpose thing. But that's where I put that, and then that will sit for about a week. Now the SCOBY is not pretty. It actually looks like a slimy mushroom, but this is what does the magic in the fermentation process. It's not pretty, but it is a powerful, powerful weapon. Next, we're going to add some grape juice. My son chose grape. I have also pineapple and tart cherry juice that I like to put in my kombucha. But we're going to put some grape juice from my son's choosing, about a 1/4 cup into, this bottle is called a amber bottle, is the brown glass, and at this top, which is a flip top, and it seals to hold in the fermentation. Other bottles can explode. And so I like these, they keep the fermentation in there because for me, without the fizz, it really isn't a good replacement for soda. When you're craving a soda, this is a great replacement for that, and it's healthy for you. But if you can't get a really good burp after drinking it, then really to me it's a waste of time. So we're going to put some grape juice in here, and then I'll show you what to do next. And goes my grape juice. Next thing I'm going to do here is fill this up with my kombucha that's been sitting. It's probably been sitting in this container for about a week. In the top, I don't know if you can see this, but there have been bubbles starting. It's very fizzy. When I stir around the SCOBY, you can see some bubbles starting to rise up. And if you were to taste it, you would taste it kind of a sweet and sour with some bubbles already starting. This I like because it's got the easy way to fill it up, and then you've got this tap that makes it really easy for filling your bottles with this little spigot here. Holds about 3 gallons, and it just it holds quite a bit with a large family. My kids are always asking for more kombucha. In fact, I get my feet rubbed for a bottle of kombucha. That shows you how much my kids love these. So we're just going to fill this up. You want to leave probably a headroom of about an inch. Be careful because the bubbles can build. Ooh, see that? There's a little bit more space in there because good fizz. Got lots of bubbles in there. We're going to slowly fill this up. There we go, and I've left about that much room at the top so that it doesn't explode and has room for the gas to build up. To seal it, I just pull this thing down after putting the cap on top. And we're good to go, and we're gonna let this sit for probably 2 or 3 days. What I like to do is to check on it daily. I'll just pop this off. Ooh, that's hard. Pop it off. If it goes psh, then that means the fermentation is working, it's building up, and you probably want to burp it every day or so and make sure that it can explode and destroy your pantry if you're keeping it in there. You want to keep it in a cool, dark place, and you just want to check it. And then after about 2-3 days, you want to stick it in the fridge, and then it's ready to drink. So as you can see, I got about a dozen bottles out of these. I've still got some leftover tea in my fermenter. Probably could have filled a few more, but I'm going to leave some in there as starter tea, which will jumpstart my next batch. And so I will leave these in the pantry for a few days, let them build up the fermentation, let the more sugar be consumed by the probiotics that are already in here, and then it will be good to go to put in the fridge, and then we will enjoy. Don't be afraid to try new things. This is not that hard. And I will put everything that you need in the description box, where to get sugar, my favorite kind of tea, even the SCOBY in the fermentation container with the tap on there, and also these Grolsh top bottles. And to your health.